it. And of course, it doesn't Alrighty. We should be in. Hello. Are we on live? Are we talking? Mine's still
Everybody.
There are images. They are moving.
Can we hear? Yes, it's working, I guess. Al, okay, we're back. KRL Arts and Games channel. We're starting a new campaign, new adventure, new people, person, and we're all on the side, and I've put my word DM on the side there. Hello, everybody. You get used to looking at my laptop to stream here because we're using Discord. So hopefully that doesn't have too many troubles. Our adventure that we're going to be streaming is the White Plume Mountain, a 1978 Dungeons & Dragons adventure, one of the first published, but they rewrote it a little bit for 5th edition, so we have the rules for that. We're using Fantasy Ground to play it, and we have 5 adventurers. So starting at the top, Alex, tell me a little bit about your character.
My character is a 19-year-old female. When you first see her, you'll see her fur. She's a Haragon, so she has ears, like a rabbit. Stands on 2 legs. But her fur is almost like a dirty gray color, like white, but almost dirtyish gray. And above her right eye, she has like a big black, like bullseye type spot going on. But usually you won't see her face because she likes to wear a frog mask. Maybe one day you'll find out why.
Oh.
No, not that I use the wrong face, Icy blue eyes, silver hair with purple lowlights that kind of come off her bunny body. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much what you'll notice. Also, you'll notice a pretty detailed wooden bow draped across her back. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, cool. And why have you come to after the treasure of White Plume Mountain?
Well, Haley Silver Fork, I just I'm tired of treasures getting into the hands of the wrong people. And I know if I got these treasures, I can help distribute them correctly.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
Alrighty. I'm next on the line of the people, but I'm not here for adventure. I'm here to kill you. I mean, to play this game.
Wow. Oh God, we're dying.
No. Tell us about every NPC in the campaign, Steve.
They want the treasure for themselves to have power. Okay, Larry, tell us about your character.
My character, excuse me, Karis, Shadarkai elf, like most Shadarkai, worshiping his mistress, the Raven Queen, and kind of devoted his life to doing her bidding. Sent out on a young age, take care of some business for her. Kind of led him to the Feywild, which living among the elves in the Feywild, a lot different from living in the Shadowfell, and he started feeling different about his outlook on life. Found beauty in things that he didn't before. Everything was more, just dark and kind of one-sided. But he saw there's another world out there, and he actually kind of liked it, and kind of persuaded him, living among them, to change his path a little bit more and try to bring more beauty into the world. The Shadarkai are emotionless, but he likes to show emotion. He doesn't want people to know he's emotionless. So that doesn't mean he doesn't favor certain things. He's kind of on the good side. He's kind of a good guy. Likes to be good. He likes to help out people. Made a name for himself among the elves as a good athlete, winning a lot of tournaments and games. Pretty badass physically. But yeah, he's moved on. He started out as a warlock and has now become a paladin of the oath of the ancients.
Okay.
And yeah, wants to bring more good into the world and be a part of that. And
the
I don't
reason
know.
he's
I guess
come after
destroy.
this treasure?
He's more for the adventure. He's more out to. He hears there's a lot of not so nice beings out there, and if he can get rid of some of them to make the world a better place, that's really what his intentions are.
Okay. We have Void.
Hi. All right. So Briga. Probably the most notable thing about Briga, appearance-wise, isn't necessarily her, it's her loot. It's decorated with bones. And other such motifs. Her whole thing, her job, I guess, she's a storyteller, a skald. Her job with her people is to, use stories to teach lessons and to, help enrich in the community. So there's a few like her. And the way that she does this storytelling, like she's got her own stories, but if she wants to tap into stories, that have a little bit more weight, a little bit more power, she channels the spirits of her ancestors. And thus the loot, and the death motif and all. But her whole thing is like, if her people and if she doesn't have new stories to tell, then things start getting stale and like the wisdom gets like old and it doesn't really apply to newer times. And so like to keep things open with the community, she's decided to go and seek out new stories. That's the whole reason why she's out here. She's just along for the ride. She's like, this will be a cool story to tell as happen later. She doesn't care about the treasure. She's literally here to just note everything down and then write songs about it later.
Okay. That's reason for you to come along. Okay, that's all that in there. So, next up is Rudy.
Hi. So, first thing you'll notice, about Varant is that, he's an elf that wears a lot of very, very nicely kept, oiled brown leather with turquoise inlays all over. Every little piece of like button or inset is all sort of like very bluish. It looks like turquoise. You don't really know what it is because sometimes you think it's glowing, but he's got one big ring on each of his hands that is also the same stone itself, and he has these big goggles on his head that he just never seems to use, but he has them on there, and a Bob's Burger-esque mustache, just a big mustache right across his upper lip. And
Does he have the grease for it?
oh yeah, oh, absolutely. It's yeah, it's a bit of a must. It's pomade basically. We'll say what it is. And uh when he speaks, the first thing you know is he has a bit of an accent. You're not entirely certain where this accent is from, and he's not from here. He's from far away. Not exactly sure at all where he's from. It could be here, it could be there. You're not entirely certain, but he's very certain that he doesn't not want to be anywhere near you, whoever you are at all. And he has a wand, and he's constantly pointing at people when he wants to speak with them because he does not like to be near them because people are too common, you know? And there's this wonderful place filled with treasures galore. And these treasures, I sure there's going to be something there with much better and more infinite power. That's why he is here today.
Okay. And five. I love it. I think I'm going to proactively give you inspiration.
You tricked me. You said you didn't have a voice.
He did. Oh.
Oh, I didn't tell you anything about my character ahead of time.
Nice.
And
We were just
finally up.
talking. You
Gosh.
asked what voice I was gonna have.
And I have a feeling this is going to go off the rails.
The other antisocial wizard.
The
Kook
first party
is-
that TKs himself.
Kook is human. On the short side, he is only 5'2", and looks like the grubbiest, grimy thing on the planet. His hair is black and totally unkempt. His beard, likewise. He appears filthy. His clothes look dirty. Like he has armor on. You guys know this because you've traveled with him. But he's wearing so many rags and robes over them that's like hardly visible. And where it is, it just looks like part of the mess. And you like for traveling with you guys, I mean, we're 8th level, we're all probably pretty well equipped at this point. My dude looks positively homeless. Like, even his magical equipment doesn't look that great. Like and having traveled with them though, you also know that most of this is kind of a put on. Like all the dirt and everything, he's just constantly doing that to himself with prestidigitation. Looks like there's flies flying around him. That's just spells too. He is not really that dirty. He just doesn't want people bothering him. And that's his method instead of, his friends. So he doesn't speak very much, mainly grunting, but you do know he is quite prone to speaking in your heads as he does have telepathy.
Oh.
His main reason coming to this island, or to this place, he's been kind of vague about it, but he is on kind of a scavenger hunt.
Okay. He's a scavengering, hunting for something that possibly is in this place. All right. Cool. So you all have been contacted various ways, told maybe, read it in somewhere, about some magic items, 3 highly valued magic items that have disappeared recently. They were called Wave, Whelm, and Black Razor. And the owners, these rich, higher up echelon of people, have put out rewards for them. They posted rewards. They hanged their servants. They've even went into the thieves guilds of various cities looking for this. And they have not found them, but they found a clue, and it's a note. And I'm going to let our variant tell us what the note says.
All right. Search ye far or search ye near, you'll find no trace of the 3. Unless you follow instructions clear, for the weapons abide with me. North, past forest, farm, and furrow, you must go to the feathered mound. Then down away from the sun you'll burrow. Forget life, forget light, forget sound. To rescue Wave, you must do battle with the beast in the boiling bubble. 'Cause cavern vast, where chain links rattle, lies whelm past water spouts double. Black razor yet remains to be won underneath inverted ziggurat. That garnered, think not that you were done, for now you'll find you are caught. I care not, former owners brave, what heroes you seek to hire. Though mighty, I'll make each one my slave, or send him to the fire.
And it's also has the mark of Caraptus, an ancient wizard who has been dead for over 1,000 years, I believe. 1,300 years.
So it looks like a K with a bunch of snakes on it.
Yes,
Raptus?
correct.
Correct.
So you also were given a map. I don't know if there we go. Hand-drawn map of the nearby areas. And you're coming from a town of Reynald, Reyneld, Reynald, in the Shield Lands of the world that's known as Greyhawk. And in this land of the Shield Land is right on the edge of a lot of evil kingdoms and other places that are not so nice. And right at the border is Reynald, and a lot of knights, a lot of walls. It's a fortified city, but also a nice city. You were able to fill up your inventory full of what you needed, and you've trekked your way out about 15 miles up to the edge of the White Plume Mountain, and you have found a cave. You were able to squirrel stuff away if you wanted to at Dead Knoll's eye socket. There was a little cavern there that you were able to leave your if you had horses or something that you wanted to leave behind. You could do there, but there was also a lot of empty land and desolate scrubland and thickets as you found your way up the side of the mountain, and you are now at the entrance. It is morning. It is 8 a.m. So what would you like to do? You see a cave in front of you.
No,
I didn't hear that. What?
I said charge.
Charge.
Then I said no.
Oh,
No,
Oh
No.
God.
I don't know if that's going to be a good idea.
You hear a voice in your ear just going, I don't think that's a very good idea.
I'll hang back.
Forget light, forget sound, forget life. Cave seems likely. Yes?
Yeah.
Seems legit to me.
Is anybody looking into it?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
You look into it and you see there's a stairwell going a bit. Spiral stairs going down at the end of it. It doesn't go very far in. It's lit up fairly well in the morning sunlight.
Briga walks to the, top of the stairs and gestures down. See, they've even there's a convenient. We don't even need to rock climb. And she looks down the stairs and then at everybody, and she's got a big grin on her face, like down into the cave, in. Yes, can we? She's like a puppy.
That seems a bit too convenient. Why don't we check to make sure that it's stable?
Someone wants to try that? That's a survival check.
By the
Okay,
way,
this
yeah, whenever you see me doing this thing and
That's
talking,
the-
I'm sending a message.
Nice.
I could do a survival check if you'd like.
I'm not the best.
Oh.
So,
I'll check it out.
nice.
Oh, Haley, yes, you are very good
Nice.
at that. And it looks sturdy. Looks like a fairly well-made stairs. Yeah, stone stairs going down, spiraling down. As you go, you got follow Haley down.
Absolutely. Not missing this.
Yeah, let's do this.
I.
Right behind her.
It gets kind of dark fairly quick as you're going down.
Before we go down, are there any like basically the thing I would have had is there any trees nearby, anything where I could just rip a branch off, or maybe a rock?
There's a lot of rocks. Yes.
I can dig a rock. I grab a rock and I cast light on the rock and toss it over to Haley.
Thanks. I'm gonna have the rock in one hand and then my moonsicle in the other, or just in case shit gets real fast.
The light is lightly blue, like the turquoisey color.
Yeah,
As
during
you-
this time, Kook would have been digging in his bag as well. He has pulled out several segments that look like staffs and put them together to make a 12-foot pole, which has a device at the end of it. He flips a switch and it lights up. So he is also prepared.
So now that we have all these devices, I guess it doesn't matter if I want to try to be semi-quiet, like, because I don't know if we're entering someone's home or there's, so I just kind of want to walk a little quietly.
We can
Who
give you
doesn't
room
have
ahead.
Who doesn't have dark vision?
Me,
human?
just me, I think.
Yep.
Mhm.
Shame. I don't think I've ever seen you play a human.
So who's gonna have a torch?
Not sure I
Or light?
have.
Who's having
So
light?
I have the light that Varent gave me from the rock. Varent.
How much light is that?
It's 20-foot radius of dim light, dim blue
That's
light.
like a candle?
Yes,
torch,
it's like a candle. It's a 20-foot radius of dim light. It's a bright light for 20-foot radius, dim light for 20 feet after that.
Oh, so it's more like a torch.
Yeah,
It's more like a torch.
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
torch.
But
And
all
you're
you have
giving
to do, all you have to do is say the word, and I can get rid of it.
Alrighty, I gave Haley a torch, and then anybody else has any light that they're adding?
If someone needs it, sounds like we got plenty.
Well, mine is a
Oh yeah, you.
His 12-foot rod or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
like a
basically,
giant sniper rifle.
well,
What kind of-
basically 15 feet ahead, it is 5 feet bright, 5 feet dim.
Like a
So
long
what's
fluorescent bulb.
Like a candle? Or?
It's my device I can make as an artificer. So
Artificer, yes.
I'm trying
Yes.
to I'm trying to figure though, is you said 5 feet only, right? So
I think that's the same as a candle, actually.
right. So I'm gonna drag a
Yeah.
candle on Kook.
Yeah, that should be. You're right.
I can change the color later if you want to. Yes. Okay. As you're going down the stairs, if anybody wants to do
a map,
it will be there in a second.
okay.
Don't.
No map.
Well,
Or
once you start
demapping,
describing
let's say.
motion,
Who's if anybody wants to, they can try to remember the legend of Caraptus right now.
Oh, yes, please. I would love to do that. That's
A history check, but you'll have to read the text I put in the chat window if you get it. So
Bard's
got
got
a
a
read.
bard.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
checking too because I'm learned.
Whoever gets the highest history.
Oh, let's compete.
Oh, okay. Let's
Yay.
go. Let's go.
Oh no!
Briga.
Yeah.
Briga or Briga?
Briga.
Briga. Okay. You remember in the past about the history of this person. So it's gonna be 5 big chunks of text. So I'm gonna give you one at a time. And they'll pop in the chat window.
You're being
and
called on by
No.
teacher. Oh no.
you get to read that to the group in whatever
Okay,
character voice you want to say.
Well, as she's recalling and storytelling, because I'll lead into the College of Spirits here. Her lute starts to glow a bit. It has this ethereal glow. There's this crow skull right at the end of the fretboard where the tuning forks are. Tuning pegs, I should say, are. And the lights, the eyes of that skull light up. So that whole thing comes alive, and then she's got jewelry, and that sort of starts to let off, and like when she speaks, it doesn't sound like it's just her speaking. There's like a whisper behind it as well. So there's something else speaking through her. But well over a millennium ago, the wizard Caraptus rose to power in the valleys of the northern mountains, bringing the local warlords under his thumb with gruesome threats. Threats that were fulfilled just often enough to keep the leaders in line. Under Caraptus's overlordship, the influx of rapacious monsters and raids from the wild mountains decreased markedly, dwindled, and then almost stopped. Seeing this, the populace did not put up much resistance to paying the wizard's heavy taxes and tithes, especially when stories were circulated of what happened to those who balked. Any nobles who protested disappeared in the night and were replaced by the next in line of succession, who was usually inclined to be more tractable than the previous lord.
So as you're climbing down, you've gone about 20, 30 feet down these stairs, and she's telling you this, and the story continues.
Gradually, as dissension was stilled, the taxes and levies became even more burdensome, until eventually the wizard was taking a great piece of everything that was grown, made, or sold in the valleys, including the newborn young of livestock. Around this time, numerous reports arose in the land concerning sudden madness, demonic possessions, and sightings of apparitions and undead. Furthermore, monstrous incursions into the settled lands began to increase as raiding parties of humanoids assaulted villages. And evil and fantastic monsters appeared from nowhere to prey upon the harried peasants. At the height of this unrest, Craptus's tax collectors came forth with word of a new levy. 1/3 of all newborn children were henceforth to be turned over to the wizard.
It starts getting darker, and you start feeling humidity starting as you get deeper down this stairwell.
That edict turned out to be the tipping point. As one, the people rose up to overwhelm the wizard's lackeys and marched on his keep, where, led by a powerful and good cleric and his ranger acolytes, they destroyed Craptus's final guardians. The great wizard barely managed to escape, accompanied only by his personal bodyguard, company of deranged and fanatical evil gnomes.
And you start hearing little drips in the distance, like water dripping, and it's echoing through the cave that's below you, you think.
Caraptus fled to the cities of the south and west, but wherever he went, his reputation preceded him, and he was unable to stay anywhere for long. Once again moving north, he came to the shores of the Lake of Unknown Depths, where he heard tales about the haunted White Plume Mountain. After investigating further, he at last found a refuge he was looking for in the tangled maze of volcanic tunnels beneath the cone. He and his gnomes vanished into the shadow of the plume, and humankind heard no more of the evil wizard.
You start really getting hot. I mean, it's starting to get warm down here, and the tunnels around you can see in the light, are starting to have little seams of little lava, dried areas.
That was almost 1,300 years before the present day. Now, seemingly, the hand of Craptus is once again interfering in human affairs. If it is in truth the ancient wizard at work, if it is in truth the ancient wizard at work, sorry.
Work here.
If it is in truth, work here, can he be thwarted before his power grows once more? What is his purpose in presenting this bizarre challenge to the world's heroes? There's only one way to find out.
And you find yourself coming to the bottom of the stairs.
As the story ends as well, the glow sort of fades and Briga sort of shakes herself off a bit and like starts fiddling with pieces of her jewelry and like taps her foot against the ground a few times and seems to be taking a moment to sort of shake it. And it seems to take like effort to shake it. And then she like looks up, surprised her, oh, it got dark.
I'm trying to show everybody in here. Okay. Sorry. Yes, I'm trying to make it so the stream can see what we are seeing and you're seeing.
Yeah.
That's why you'll see a DM kind of version on there. Otherwise, I can't use this.
If we weren't streaming,
line of sight,
then there wouldn't be a DM character on there. But that's for everyone to
Right.
see at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, can I make it invisible to you guys? Yes, it's invisible to you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still visible to them because I can't make that invisible to the person playing. But yes, that should work now. So let me just make sure that that's a little bigger window for them. And thank you for that great reading. And I'm going to give you inspiration for that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Would be Briga, and she gets inspiration. There we go. So you'll see inspiration. We didn't talk about inspiration, but it puts a big star on your character sheet up on the top left. Yes.
Did you hear the new inspiration rules that they announced?
No, I can tell you my rules, but what's the new inspiration?
The new inspiration rules they announced official is that they were trying to make things more streamlined. In fact, there's a whole bunch of stuff that they're changing. But inspiration is you could use it after the roll to decide whether or not you want to get an extra, like the bonus and all that stuff now. You'll be like, oh, I rolled this. Oh, that didn't work. I'm using inspiration to roll it again.
Okay.
Whereas you would just try to get advantage beforehand. Because they said that was a house rule that most people were doing anyway, and they just felt that was going to be a quality of life change.
Alrighty. I'm just trying to get my streaming window here to look nice. And zoom in a little bit on you guys. And okay, you find yourself in wrong button.
They also said they're going to make guidance only. You can only cast guidance on a single creature, once per long rest. You have to take a long rest before that creature can get guidance again.
Okay, sorry. The staircase is badly rusted, but appears to be sturdy. The air inside this passageway is warm, humid, and rather foul. You reach the bottom of the stairs with a splash. The floor is submerged beneath a foot of water. So, short people, you're pretty deep in it. Taller people, it's a foot of water up your shanks, of your ankles, up your mid of your thigh. Foot up, yes. Splashing around, you're feeling it soaking into your stockings, socks, whatever you're using. Unless your boots are higher than a foot and oiled.
Is 5'8" considered short?
No.
Okay.
Luckily, I have a leather.
It's probably average.
All the way up to my knee almost.
It's a matter of also what race you are, I guess, right? Some are taller races and some are short races.
Well, Briga looks at her feet, sees the water, and grins, and then like kicks up the water a bit, like splashing in puddles. Just unfazed.
So it was about 100 feet, especially the survival check from Haley. Kind of figured she kind of Like that's been about 100 feet down.
Krieger is distracted. She's playing in the puddle.
Okay. As you play, you kind of kick up some algae-like fungus, and it splashes against the wall and kind of sticks to it.
Ooh. She
it's
crouches down and she looks closely at it. Like, she doesn't quite poke it, but she's like, every little new thing she's gonna fixate on.
It's a mixture of white and green color. Looks sickly, but it doesn't seem to be moving or anything.
Well, it's not moving, so that's.
You hear a voice in your head just say in a whisper, "Ew, don't touch that."
We
It's
got
not
a lot
very
of
good.
voices
You
in
do
the
not-
head
She-
here.
Yeah.
You don't like that, no.
She kind of looks up and looks over her shoulder and notices there's no glow. And then looks confused for a moment. And then looks around at everybody. Like, hang on, that wasn't one of mine. Who? What was that? What was that? I just got told not to touch it.
Yes, don't do that.
Oh, it was you.
Yes, it was me.
What if I used a stick?
Throw away the stick.
Somebody is paranoid.
So yes, the water is sloshing around. Do a perception check, everybody.
Do we all hear you, or are you just talking to her?
When I point, you can't hear me, but when I'm not, you can hear me. So if you just see my hands down, you hear me.
Oh, I'm not always watching you, so that might be
Okay, perfectly, wonderful. I will let you know. I will be more on top of that.
Sorry, Rudy, it's not always about you.
Are you trading? It's always about me.
perception.
Yes.
Oh, and just to throw it out there, I'm using my action to create my hex blade, so it's ready in case something comes up.
How
Oh
long does
no,
that
the
last?
evil algae. That's not very good.
Oh,
Oh,
you are
We're
fixated on your
starting with
blade.
Yep,
You are
I sure
cursed
did.
with these dice. Variant,
Yes.
you notice a slight thrumming vibration in the ground, just barely on the edge of notice.
Does nobody else feel that?
Like a low vibration.
Does
The
No.
really, really strong urge to touch the
No, I'm pointing at you. No. Okay, my hands are down. There is a very slight vibration. Not good usually in holes inside of the mountains. Do you not feel that?
Kriga immediately dunks both of her hands into the water to like palms on the ground, just immediately like, yes, let me feel it.
Oh. I hate standing in standing water.
like being wet. It makes my fur smell funny.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Can we find a way out of this water? It's kind of gross.
It's touching the ground, helping me feel the vibration.
Once if he mentions it, it'll start. Did you
Yeah,
mention
then
it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like living by a train track and never really noticing it until someone points it out.
Yes. There is only one path out of here, a 10-foot corridor that's going to the right.
It looks like it says 15 feet. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Okay. Let's
Suddenly there's a big crevice underneath the Harrigan. And, no.
Suddenly the ceiling collapses.
creating an escarpment.
And
What is
Eddie.
that? escarpment.
And this
Ron,
map was
where's the
done
map?
by
Welcome, Void, to the escarpment
Right.
crew. I say escarpment a lot in our roleplay because of these people here.
Amazing. Okay.
They love their escarpments when they're
D&D
making
introduced
the maps.
that word to a whole huge chunk of the population.
It's true.
Alrighty. Haley's in
Down to
front. Did
Larry.
you want to start leading the party? You're the
not really-
ranger.
So I'm not really a leader.
This not
You-
being a ranger. You take the lead in figure out if something is.
Yeah, I'm afraid I lead us into danger. I always worry.
I was
The
going to say,
paladin
Kook will just kind of stop forward.
Oh God.
I have no problem either.
Like Varen just looks at Brigand's like, okay, you're next.
It looks like you and me. Kook.
Brika, hops up to her feet and sort of skips along and like splashes the water a little bit more as she goes. And...
I do not want to be in front of that.
Oh, excuse me.
Karis will hear a voice in his head. How quiet can you be?
Pretty damn quiet.
All right, then. Let's go do it.
Wonderful. Absolutely.
So he's going forward with his pole in front of him, which is just long enough to keep himself out of the light, but enough to see ahead.
Okay.
But
You
we'll definitely
slosh.
be trying to go stealthily.
And how far do you want to go at a time? The full 30 feet, or we're just jumping up, or a couple at a time?
Well, 30 is actually really slow for me, but sure.
I'm just saying so we don't run into anything.
No, that's probably a good rate anyway. I mean, you're not technically we should be going half speed if we are doing stealth without penalties, but
You are going half speed right now to actually because
so
of the slickness of the tunnel of the tunnel or cave. No, it's a tunnel. And it being 1 foot of water. If you want to go normal speed, you're gonna have to do a dex save every so often in case because it might slide and fall.
All right.
Doesn't
So
matter.
just
right
looking
now.
ahead, looks clear. Nothing. No holes in the ground. No looking at the ceiling. Anything up there? Any bats?
You could do a perception check if you want to.
I would like to.
Hopefully, it's better than your 2.
Well, I'm not even going to say it.
Don't tell me this campaign you're gonna roll just as well.
Okay, that's better.
No save. We may as well. Oh yeah,
There's the 2. There's the 2.
I got
There
it.
is.
Yep, it's covered.
Hi, Nonabelle.
You don't notice anything.
Okay, but am I quiet while I not notice it? That's the. Hush, man. That's supposed to be advantage.
Oh my goodness! Here we go.
There you go.
Wow. Both of us.
So you loudly splash down the tunnel.
No, I
as
still
you
got
go
the 18 at least. That was only my
Okay.
second roll.
Oh, okay.
Are we being stealthy? We're being stealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We are
We're not
trying
really
to be
trying.
stealthy. We are trying.
Cook just kind of
We're not.
glares at Karis, who just told him he's kind of stealthy.
We're not being stealthy. We are not being
Yeah,
stealthy.
no, you're not. You're being like your version of stealthy seems to be just sort of like going arm in arm and doing the whole like Laverne and Shirley Shlemiel Shlemazel as you're kicking the water.
I
He's
feel
trying
at
to be
this rate
funny.
we might as well say hello to whoever's here.
Cook just pulls ahead because he can. Well, no. If you're going half speed because of this, my half speed is still faster, I'm assuming, because I have 40.
So hold on.
Brika
You're
kind
right.
of nudges
We're about half.
Haley.
Rabbit Harrison.
So Haley's a little nervous, so she's gonna kind of head towards the side here.
Oh, hey, look, there's a whole other corridor here. This
And
is
don't
this is-
worry,
it's a
I will
corridor.
protect you.
You're gonna see me. You might have just saw your map jump a little, or zoom in or out a little.
Yep.
I'm doing that because I can't control two windows that easily, so that's gonna sync my view up with the player,
yeah.
so online people can, or Twitch people can actually watch it. And we have some Twitch people watching it. Hello, Twitch people. Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
Twitch people.
Put your ears.
Hello, Nonabelle. Hello, Puppet Rings. How are you?
There we go. I was attempting CanCon. I was
Hello,
picturing
my
CanCon.
baby.
Aw, hello, my
my
darling.
darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
And you get down this few more
Flashback.
feet, and you're like, yeah, nothing's changing too much. Coop keeps moving.
Also, thank you for the follow, Puppet Rings.
Oh, geez, why are you not working?
Why have you not been following me from before? I feel very slighted.
Okay, so not much happens in change. The tunnel's about the same. It's damp. If you had any flames out, it'd be sputtering, but it's all magical light, right? So nothing.
The light's not quite in the right place, though.
Your light?
Yeah, it should be 15 feet ahead of me.
Yeah, there's no way to do that.
Also, Briga, if you would like to, under
Could you,
tools-
like, make a
tools-
cat and put it on there?
Oh, under tools, there is a color palette you can use to change color of your.
So
dice.
you won't have, your light's not on you. You're saying it's 15 feet in front of you.
Yeah, it's at the end of the pole.
All
I
right.
have changed the
Well,
color of my dice.
I
Let
see
me
it.
think
It's
about
purple.
this.
It's very,
I think
very
if I
subtle.
take it off of you and give it to my DM dummy and put the DM dummy as the light, maybe that might work. So effects.
Or the other thing, you could just make it a 15-foot radius from me, because I'm going to be swinging it around and doing different positions to see things. It's, I'll be moving it around enough for that area.
All right. Let's drag it over to you again then. And change it to 15 feet. There's no way to do that. Okay. Give you a torch. That's 20 feet. More. Yeah, I'll give you a torch.
I was going to say, we could just say this is a special device that takes up 2 of my device slots, and it's brighter than the normal.
Yes, we'll just give you a torch in there.
That works.
It's
I
20
mean,
feet, and that
you-
should give you enough.
I mean, if you want, I can just enchant your enchanted rod to make light brighter. Yes.
I can create a light, but I don't know how to put it into the character thing with that way. So okay.
So here's also a thing.
I could set off the whole volcano, man.
I was gonna say, well, while this happened, when you decided to take the lead and go ahead, basically, Varen just sort of like moved his hands around. The light from the rock that Haley was holding is gone, and your light, your stick is has a bigger radius.
All right, you combined. You're the Voltron of lights.
The powers combined.
It's a transformer situation. It's like
Luke looks back and gives you a glare.
How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I stepping on your toes? He says it while pointing at you. You hear a whisper in your ear that say that.
You hear a voice in your head that says, "Yes, amateur."
You see the tunnel
Ooh.
turning to your left in front of you.
Ooh.
I got really overly excited.
Just jumped on top of me.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Did that thing where we run into, like, one person stops suddenly in front and we all sort of run into each other. It's like,
We all like
Yeah, we
knock
just-
our heads
yeah,
and makes empty noises.
We all just sort of Scooby-Dooed each other.
Dominoes.
Not only stopped, I backed up just to make sure a collision would happen. There.
Okay, before you get too much farther, Kook, you see
Okay.
something.
Okay.
You see something.
I'm just excited.
Yeah,
Yes, I see
so
that.
that's something. There we go. And you see
Oh Lord.
a sphinx, a half lion, half human creature, or humanoid looking creature. Just
Frigga
staring
kind
back
of
at you.
bounces on the balls of her feet. Like she's not saying anything yet. But she's like, this is big.
It is the great TPKS.
As you get closer, you're only 10 feet away. You see what looks like a regal creature. As you get closer, you see this actually kind of mangy and bedraggled and squatting on a space where 3 corridors are converging. Suddenly, you see kind of a shimmer in front of her. Um, you could do a perception check or an arcana check if you want to.
Is this just for Kook?
Yeah, this is
Okay,
the
good.
closest right now. The rest of you can't really notice it too. So. Troubles with arcana?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have proficiency in it, and it's not on there. But I'll add that up later. I'll just do. You said perception or?
Or arcana. They'll give you different kind of answers.
Well, I'll just do perception for now while I figure this out. See?
Oh, there
I
you
don't
go.
have
Yeah.
you proficient
Yeah.
on the D&D Beyond either.
No, that's why I'm wondering if I just did the wrong number of.
Your
Maybe I-
perception, you notice the air in front of her is shimmering, and you kind of see the water, which is 1 foot above there, kind of stops right there, and then behind it is like just an inch or two difference in the level. You know, it's not really too much, but one's maybe 11 inches and a half, the other's 12 and a half inches. So there's something in the, between her and you that is fairly barely perceptible, but if you want to, or maybe ask someone else for opinion, arcana is a potential.
The Sphinx doesn't seem to be doing anything. Is just.
She's just looking at you till it's just kind of waiting for you to get closer, it looks like. Kind of yawns.
Okay, well, I will use the telepathy to let people know what I've seen, and I will just hold my position for now.
Okay. Anybody else want to do
Yes,
something?
you hear in your head, Cookie. Let me take a look, and I'm going to come up around here. Just pardon me. I'm going to move here. All right. And then I'm going to do an arcana check.
You look at it and try to think about it in your magical histories books that you've read and researches you've done, and yeah, you believe that is probably a magical wall of some type. You think it might be a wall of force, yes, but it doesn't seem as thick as your normal wall of force, but it definitely has the taste of one. The ozone coming off of it, it just smells that way, like a wall of force you remember from your studies and your schooling and stuff.
Well, I'm going to lick my finger, check the air quality.
All I could think of is when you lick it, it has a force flavor.
It tastes like sand. I hate sand.
And an alkaline. It's just
Ugh. It's got that that chlorine taste, like midichlorians. Uh, uh, midichlorine. You know how it is. But yes,
Midichlorine.
I couldn't. You
It
have
keeps
to-
the gene pool clean.
Absolutely. There was no father. And okay, all right. I feel
Clean as it gets.
you see. There's a little bit of his hands are out. He's doing this thing with his fingers. I think it's a wall of force, Cook. Something is between us and this. Well, beast of some kind.
She yawns.
Briga's looking over. Karis is like, can we go now? Can I go now? Can I?
Yeah, in fact,
These are gonna be safe.
Kook is looking at Briga and kind of backs up to
Can I?
let her take the front. Oh,
Thank you. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through.
not being social myself and knowing that you really love it is
Yeah,
like,
go knock yourself out.
Kook is always
Yeah.
happy to have you around.
Yeah.
I want to get a closer look too.
As you guys are walking forward, the exact same like speed, Verint is walking backwards.
Briga does
And
this
I'm-
sort of like. Oh, sorry. After
Oh
you-
no, I was just gonna say I'm just like standing like really close to the wall, like kind of panicking and like heavy breathing.
So you got as you guys come in, Briga and Karis get close enough that she goes, "Hello."
Briga does like an awkward like half bow, half curtsy, like sort of like a. She's not sure which one to do, but she wants to like show respect, so she kind of does this awkward little movement. And greetings. How are you? And then she like looks at her feet like, oh fuck. The first thing I said to the Sphinx was, "How are you?"
She's like, "Well, I'm not that good. Got some more adventures, I guess." Well, as usual, if you can answer the riddle, you can go on without any trouble. Otherwise, there's no hope for you, and you'll have to run back or die where you are.
Riddle. I don't want to fight you. Sorry. The
You
riddle.
do
please.
notice there's some bones at her feet, stuff. So,
She looks at them excited and sort of half starts kneeling to pick one up and then stops and then pulls herself back up to full height and sort of mutters like, it can wait. It's okay. You don't need every bone. The riddle, please.
she goes, "Okay, let me get this right. Round she is, yet flat as a board. Altar of the lupine lords. Jewel on black velvet, pearl in the sea. Unchanged, but ever changing eternally." And if she had a watch, she'd be looking at it right now. She looks at a little sundial that has no sun.
Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Can you put that in the chat box?
Pardon me.
Yeah, is there a chance that you could?
They actually have a handout, so let me see if I can share it.
Okay, pardon me. Excuse
Oh,
me.
brilliant.
I figured this one out.
Well,
already. I
don't need
figured it. I figured it on the altar of the lupine lords.
Well,
I share your answer with the class.
You so like just Veron's kind of pointing at Briga because he
Go
doesn't
ahead.
want to be. He doesn't want to get any closer, and he says in your ear, he goes, "I do believe that she's talking about the moon.
oh, the moon.
Round she is, flat as a board. Altar of the lupine lords, jewel on black velvet, pearl in the sea, unchanged, but ever changing eternally, because it's changing."
That makes a lot of sense. I
Mm.
think it's the moon. You're talking about the moon.
As you said, the moon, the wall of force disappears, and the water kind of splashes as it equals each other. And she goes, "Fine, go on. You have three
Briga sort of-
choices: left, right, or straight. Do what you want." And she kind of walks
Briga
a
sort
little
of,
ways
like,
away.
Claps, like bounces up and down, like, yeah, we did it. We solved the fixes riddle.
What's all this we thing? You barely hear that.
She pays no mind to it. We did it. We all contributed. We're a team.
I can't give you another inspiration, Varent, but if I have a house rule for inspiration, if you're wounded, you can always use an inspiration to heal 1 point.
That's good.
So she looks at the 3 corridors and then looks around at folks who were leading the way before and shrugs.
Yep.
So
Hey, Kook is already stomping forward again.
There we go.
Oh, Coop just ran.
Is it easier to move now? Or is the water kind
It's
of
still water. Yeah, still about.
Okay.
Oh God, what happened to me?
I had to
Time I
push
move
the
my map.
Sorry.
Damn it.
Sorry, guys.
I'm okay.
Oh man, I thought it would at least stop it on mine.
You're too slow.
So you're taking the right route, Karis?
Could we
Yep.
have any conversation about?
Looks like, yep.
Look at that. All right. Oh, never mind.
I don't think we're talking about it. I think they're going right.
Maybe we should. Wait. Let's get a plan.
Pardon me,
Okay,
pardon me.
someone talk. I don't have a plan.
My
Okay,
plan is to
we're gonna
follow
go
the guy with the sword.
I'm pointing at you, Karis. So only you hear this. There's a whisper in your head. You hear. Maybe we make a decision together about where we go. Yes.
I was following Kook, but he just slowed down. So
I think he was moving out of way so that we could all fit inside of corridor. Yes.
No, Kook was going to go, but once y'all hesitated, he kind of stopped, crossed his arms, and is just staring at you.
So I
You
know,
want to
like,
talk? Talk. He doesn't say it, but he's giving you that kind of look.
So
If
I know,
there's,
like, the ground is, like, covered in water, but, like, are there, like, scratch marks or anything on walls that would say, like, oh, this path is the most taken, or some sort of hint? Like, people,
survival
like, an
check
arrow
for
saying, go this
So
way?
you can do a
Survival
survival
check.
check. Yeah.
You got it.
and I'm
Kind of.
happy to go either way. Point the way.
Oh, 22.
Oh, that's a good one. And you do not notice any markings that picture one way or the other as the way to go. They all seem equally to you.
Before we do anything, I also want to ask Walnut if he knows.
Walnut.
Walnut, do
Yeah.
you know? You see out of his sleeve, just a little weasel head pops out from his sleeve. And it's just
All right.
it's like. What do you think? What do you think we should do? Eh? Okay.
Whoa.
Walnut says we should be going the same way we were going anyways.
Okay.
The little
I
weasel
mean,
head
I
goes
can
like,
ask my friends if you want.
Lead the way, Weasel.
One out of character question, Josh. 9 o'clock deadline.
Yes.
All right.
All right. 15 more
How dare
minutes.
you ask a question to OC?
Josh doesn't know there is only Kook.
Kook,
There is
you
RDM.
want to stay all the time, don't you?
Until it's time for the next character. Yeah.
The Sphinx wandered off. You don't know where she went while you guys were doing all
She
this.
went to go get coffee from the lounge. Who cares? It's fine.
Hey, I did my job.
She
Is
comes
there a
back.
traveler's
they-
welcome center?
You also have friend Briga. You
I
said
don't know
you
if
have
you
friend.
want that, but there might be.
Yeah. And she points at the skull at the end of the loot.
Oh, okay. Do you have living for? Oh, okay. You're walking away.
So you guys just walking down this corridor?
None of the friends are living. Well, some friends are living. You're living.
Uh,
For now.
uh,
It's okay though.
Karis, where is Karis? We lost Karis.
Feet ahead.
Oh, but see when
Well,
you get
Oh.
your camera off, it messes up my whole stream.
How dare you? How dare you do this?
So how are you walking down the thing? Just kind of carefully. I know you got a half speed, but that's all you're doing.
We're all stealth.
Roll stealth.
Stealth again?
Try that
Okay.
again.
Right.
There we
yeah,
go.
we're
You're
the
very
stealthy-
quietly going down there.
the stealthiest group in all of the dungeon.
See that? Kook?
So is everybody following a little behind Karis? Or?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Karis, you're going to go forward about 2 more and you stop right there as something starts burning your feet.
Oh, my feet are burning.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I'm
Your
sure
feet
they
are
have an
burning.
ointment for that.
Do I see anything on the ground, or
You
is it-
first you're getting the burning.
like through my boots, or
Yes, through your boots. Yes, you didn't drop on you. You actually stepped into it. You do notice that instead of the white and green algae that is around, there's a whole carpet of green underneath the water, and the water's turning green. And green slime starts coming up on your boots and starts hurting you. So let's see. Contact with the green slime.
Athlete's foot is really evolved in this cavern.
My goodness.
if I can scrape it off, I'd attempt to scrape it off.
Oh, the Sphinx is coming
Right.
She has carrying a frappuccino with her. It's Trenta because she's Sphinx.
It's the Starbucks location of the White Plume Mountain East.
It's still not any better than anywhere else. It's just we proudly brew Starbucks coffee here. It's not actually a Starbucks.
She got tired of talking to you.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
It's the CIA Starbucks.
So yes, there is no save. Oh yeah. Now, if it drops on you, it's a save. If it's under the ground, it doesn't say there's a save. So you just get acid damage.
Acid damage.
Yes. Do you have any protection against acid
No, but if I take, let me see something really quick. I don't
You
think my hit
survived the
points are right.
70s. Oh, wait.
It was the
damage? You
80s.
take 9 points of damage. Now you can
Oh.
try to get out of it if you want to by doing a dex
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me see. I want to do
save,
something here.
and if you want to get out of it.
I'm gonna point my finger at it and say, "To hell with you," and cast Hellish Rebuke.
Well, it's just an inanimate thing.
Casting
so
hellish
it
rebuke on the.
has
It
no armor
is?
class, no hit points. It just does damage.
That's one of those. Okay, so
Yeah.
Living trap.
Easy slime.
so what is it, like an action to?
Scrape it off. Yes.
Yeah, then we'll go back to that. I don't think my hit points are right though. Looking at them right now,
What do you have?
64 max. It should be close to 100. I thought.
So what's in your D&D Beyond?
D&D Beyond, I think it was like 90. I was going to ask you about that because I thought that was off by a couple. It should be 50. Should be 74 just with my levels and
Yeah, you got 90. I'll trust that version. So let me change it to 90.
74 and then plus 2 times 8, 16. Yeah, 90.
Wonder
Okay.
why.
That's fine. Hey, be careful over here. This thing just ate my foot.
You hear a whisper inside your ear, Briga. You hear, "Oh, a slime. You, the dead one. What is it?"
I need to get a closer look at it. Like responding out loud.
Oh,
I need to get a closer look at it, but I can try to I can figure it out. Like,
Yes, yes, yes. You all hear that part.
I'm not stepping in it, but what, nature?
Sure.
Ah, fuck.
Her cussing is not indicative of the rest of us. Damn it.
Sorry.
Okay.
What
I'm
the
sorry.
best?
I would tend to
cussed
disagree,
when I know.
Never
Does
say
anybody
shit
know-
like that.
knowing this group.
Alex
Oh, to
knows
hell with
is
this.
the one that broke that one right away.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, you're good. You're good.
oh no!
I'm
I
Australian. I
missed
can't help it. I'm toning it down.
Warning, everyone. Australians in stream.
it.
I'm just joking.
Oh,
This is rated
it has,
rated A
it
for
has to be her
Aussie.
language. It has to be her
Aussie.
language.
We
I
play
want to be
adult
on
Dungeons and
Australian
Dragons.
Twitch.
But yeah, you've heard enough that, I mean, green slime is pretty obvious. You've been around. You guys know that you need a little fire, and it usually burns it off.
Can anyone set fire to water?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Or if
I
someone
can-
can.
You can? Can
I-
you?
I can. I mean,
Really?
I'm going to
I
try.
dare you.
I'm going to first try firebolt, and then if not work, I try fireball. Okay, all right, everyone out of way.
Karis
Move.
gets out of
Move.
bed.
Move.
Use your action, I guess, to scrape it off, right? Karis?
Like shield.
So first and foremost, before anything else, I'm going to try to do this without the use of using my arcane ability in magic by using firebolt, the cantrip. So
Oh God, you're just making it bigger.
I'm going to use it. I just sort of firebolt. Does anything
Yeah.
happen?
It melts a little bit of the corner of it, but it's in water, so it doesn't really get far. Doesn't keep burning it.
All right. Well, then I'm going to unfortunately have to cast a spell. I'm going to use a spell slot to cast Fireball. You see, he puts hands out like this, and his hands glow blue while a
I mean,
blue flame.
it's green slime doesn't move, and it's only 10 feet across. But okay, you fireball it.
And then I, because I do not want to half-ass.
Where do you center your fireball? Right
Uh,
over it.
Yeah, right over it.
Yeah, my hellish rebuke would have been fire. I don't know why that didn't work.
Well, I want to
It
make sure
doesn't-
that
Yeah, it doesn't attack, so you can't rebuke it.
I'm trying to
Well,
do
it's
it
just
so
when
that-
I take
yeah.
damage. That's all it says. The thing that
Yeah.
causes damage to me.
I'm going to
But we-
I'm going to put it on to
To
where
20,
yeah,
right?
to where no one else is going to get hurt. Just this
I
team.
think our eyebrows are about to steam off.
So right there.
Yes. Almost like a anime Kamehameha.
So you fireball this whole thing. A bunch of boiling water erupts in that area, and you smell of bad soup, and fog just fills the whole area. You can't see much for anywhere, and after a couple minutes, it dissipates down the tunnels, and you see now the green slime is like still there, but it's only like 5 feet. And the water starts slushing back together in the steam. But
So it is-
you are feeling the hot foot of the steaming water now underneath you. And you're like, ooh, ah.
Okay.
You're like in a really hot bath.
Okay. I'm
1 foot
yes.
of hot bath.
All right. Is it make small enough to walk around? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. There.
You could have probably jumped over it anyway. So.
Varen turns around, just looks at everyone, and goes, "You may walk now. Be careful. It's very hot."
Yeah, it's like right.
Okay, you go. Everyone go first before me. You go. You go. Varent looks over at Cook and goes, "Amateur, my ass," and walks. There you go.
This guy goes.
And on that note, do we want to continue or just finish right here, maybe for next week?
Oh yeah, we only got a couple more
Maybe
minutes.
for
If we've only got a
Josh's
couple minutes
sake.
left, then yeah.
Yeah.
Before you step into something else.
Plus, I found other things that I need to fix on Fantasy Ground. So
Fair enough. Do you want me to get online some other time for you, or you can do it Saturday?
yeah, we'll probably
Yeah.
have to later.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Can't
right,
do
you
it
guys.
this Saturday.
It's probably
Oh yeah,
overkill.
that's right. We're
This
off.
is my first time playing a wizard, and I wanted to use a 3rd level spell right away.
And you
Well-
did.
There were a couple times when you were going to do something. I'm going to let Rudy because I've
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
seen you do it.
He's-
Like, let's let Rudy wizard. This should be interesting.
It would be great though if we were all a party of like antisocial people.
I think it might. Oh, okay. That was it for today. Everybody okay for next Wednesday?
Yes.
All righty. I'm gonna
Aw,
say
yeah.
bye to the stream. Bye, stream. And
Bye, everybody.
I'm
Bye,
gonna stop
stream.
streaming.
Later.